Speaking of instilling fear, Black Lives Matter is threatening to burn down the country again if they don't get the outcome they want in the trial of Derek Chauvin, the cop who was involved in the death of George Floyd. There is a woman, I've never heard of her, but apparently she's popular on social media, Maya Eccles. She's a model and a Black Lives Matter activist, and she just took to TikTok and threatened to burn some stuff down if they don't get the outcome they want in the trial.
If George Floyd's murderer is not sentenced, just know that all hell is gonna break loose. Don't be surprised when buildings are on fire.
That woman is a terrorist. Right? I'm not using hyperbolic language here. Terrorism is the targeting of civilians to achieve political purposes. So I guess she didn't specify which buildings would be on fire. But if you can infer from the way that BLM torched the country last summer, if you can infer from that and deduce that there would be private buildings, private businesses on fire as well as government buildings, then what she is doing is making a criminal threat to burn places down if we do not subvert our justice system to give her what she wants. Why are we tolerating what is the most basic definition of terrorism? Why? Why are people going along with this? Why is Mitt Romney marching with BLM terrorists? Why is he doing that? Why are these I never want to hear another word about the Capitol Hill riot so long as people like this lady can get away with making criminal threats. And in the case of BLM and Antifa, actually carrying out the threats, as they did for 6 months in the United States. I don't want to hear a peep about it, about the Trumpist insurrectionists. I just don't want to hear it because it's so disingenuous. It is in such bad faith. And it's not just some lady mouthing off on TikTok. I mean, she identifies herself with the organization, right? She identifies herself with the BLM movement. But it's not just her. It's not just some mouthy millennial making idle threats. This sort of thing is supported by the most powerful people in the Democrat liberal establishment. How many Democrat politicians voiced their support for BLM last summer as they burned down the country? Kamala Harris, the sitting vice president, raised money to bail these people out of jail. She wasn't bailing the peaceful protesters out of jail. The peaceful protesters weren't in jail. The arsonists and the criminals were in jail, and she raised money to bail them out. And then she went on national television and said, this shouldn't stop, this should keep going. Joe Biden's staff members raised money for these criminals. And yet we are supposed to clutch our pearls over Donald Trump's tweets or something. Give me a break. If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the subscribe button so everyone wading through the wasteland of YouTube knows that we've got the absolute top content out there.